Oh, hi. Good morning. I thought I'd just put the phone up in the stand. Here's Frankie. We have not gone for a run this morning because it's too cold. And I overslept. I'm not stepping outside. I'm exhausted. And I have to take care of... I don't get sick like most people. I get really tired and stressed, losing hair. I'm very resilient. Even when it looks like I have something going on, like cancer or something, weeks or months later, nothing. I know, it's been weird. I don't know if the, the medical business is just into making money. And I'm just one of those people they feel like they can scare the crap out of. Because most of the time I didn't have a... Would you look at that face? If you can make your screen bigger to look at that face. Thank you so... Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Look at those claws. You got one little nibble. All right. You go get a toy. You've got some. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what. It's exciting already. We have a TV show here in America that I'm not sure if Katie Hopkins over across the pond would take the time to talk about, but if she ever watched it, she would not be impressed. Their team on there is just, they can't not, put down Trump's personality. And I don't care if they do or not, but the problem is they're gonna, when you put down somebody for their personality and not look at their works, that's the problem. There are a lot of people who cheat on their wife or talk crude, but boy, they're a hard worker and they're out there saving lives. If you think all these military heroes, all these political heroes, male or female, were always loyal, it's just some people get caught. If you think nobody cheats on their taxes or owes back taxes, you're wrong. Almost everybody does. And if you think none of your friends do, then you're wrong. You're wrong. I'm sorry. I've been in the mental health business for a very, very long time. And the percentage of people who cheat is so high that I'm surprised that more people don't work through it so they can have a better marriage than do. It's just that it's so easy to get a divorce these days. It's not embarrassing anymore. But I guess the reason why I'm saying all this is because I just watched Katie Hopkins' video before I got on here, because I'm just like centering my day, and I like to sometimes listen to a little 5 or 10 minute talk you through a meditation from Mindful Movement. I like her voice because it's not flirty and it's not that, what is the word, esoteric? It's not effervescent. It's not sexy. It's not, purposely trying to be soothing. She has a very neutral voice that's friendly. Hello, handsome. You're a handsome Mr. Sir. Mr. Prince. Anyway, Katie popped up and her headline said something about freedom. And I thought, oh, this should be just there. Sorry, I was tempted. I failed. Excuse me. So, she's in America. She's in D.C., where they're letting out the prisoners from January 6th. So, it's pretty cool because she is saying everything I wanted to say. I have to get ready for work. So, don't be whining. Don't be a whiner. So she's saying everything that I feel. And a matter of fact, I had to turn her off just a couple minutes early because before it was over, because it was going to make me cry out of gratitude. You know, you could say what you want about his personality, but he's freeing all those people who were accused of doing something they did not do. If you can find the full video or several full videos and look at why some people got hurt and look at exactly what made a couple people die, Trump is not letting go of anyone who actually was part of anything nefarious, as far as I know. He's letting a bunch of people out who were falsely accused and did not do anything more than any of those other riots where not one person was arrested. As a matter of fact, they were defended. Burning down Portland, Seattle, D.C., Minneapolis. No arrests. And if they were let out. And they spent a lot. And it's true. There are people who commit heinous crimes and they spend less time in prison. Okay. On a lighter note, I understand, and she said it for me. So if you want to watch her video, that's great. I just can't believe that we're finally getting some headway. I'm not quite sure I like the trade-off. But sometimes when your loved one is in trouble, it's like you almost don't care what the trade-off is. We're not, oh God, he's in there getting more trouble. Aw, look at you. Thank you, baby. Aw, you're such a good boy. Oh, my goodness sakes. So, I'm just, all of these things happening. We don't have to buy what is it, a $30, $40, $50, $80, $100,000 electric car anymore by a certain year, or we're can't drive anymore. Because I was thinking, there is no discount you can give me on an electric car other than free that's going to fit in my budget. You want to give me a free car? Take away my driving privileges. Oh my gosh. So if you're going to lie and cheat on your wife, if you're going to give speeches that tout that you're the greatest, go ahead. I don't care. I'm okay. Go ahead and do that. You just keep working. You just keep working. And they are working on trying to figure out how to thin through immigration quicker to get people who are not criminals and not insane here. Very excited about that. Very excited. It's going to be a crazy 4 years, and I'm here for it. I'm in front row seat, and I don't have to watch The View. I don't have to watch that ridiculous show. You know why? Because most of the people I watch on YouTube will show a clip of it, so I don't have to. They're doing it for me. I have to let this foundation soak in because I lathered on the moisturizer. I mixed castor oil with my moisturizer, about even up, about a little more than a pea size of each, so I could really moisturize her. Because I've been rubbing my nose a lot. I don't want to take allergy pills because I don't like what they do to your brain. You can Google that. It is quite interesting. That's why I don't take it every single day anymore. I'll take it in spurts, but I might have to take it today because, oh, my nose just itches inside and out. And matter of fact, I'm going to take it here in a minute. I should just set it right here on this table. Matter of fact, I'm going to go get it now because I'm telling you what, I am just getting miserable with it. Don't go anywhere. I'm right here. Yeah. I'm coming. Wee. Oops, where's my water? Okay. Okay. Oh, and I'm going to get to replying to the messages as soon as I can. I think I told you the other day, I'm just swamped. We've got a couple different contractors sending me estimates now. We've had some people coming and going, working, health issues, getting ready for company. Yay! I have a friend passing through, so we're gonna be able to spend an evening, a whole day, and a goodbye coffee the next morning. And I'm just thrilled about it. It's better than nothing. It's better than a kick in the head. It's better than losing the election. She would hate that. She's true blue. And yeah, so we don't talk about politics. I love her too much. I don't care who she votes for as long as I win. Because I didn't win last time and I was heartbroken. And she was happy and I didn't rub it in. All right, back to you. January 23rd. I'm going to read you the daily reading. The 11th principle. Don't fight inevitable change. That's what I had to do 4 years ago. I had to just go along with it. Oh, God, I was suffering for Okay. The 11th principle. In your action plan, don't fight inevitable change. Changes come in your life no matter what you do to stop them. And the best changes are those you control. Look back at the changes, excuse me, in your life thus far. Look back at the changes in your life thus far, those forced on you and those you chose. Which ones made you feel more in charge of your own destiny? As you reflect on the changes you've experienced, determine which ones added the knowledge you need to march ahead to a healthier, happier, winning life. Your inner self instinctively knows when changes are positive and when they are negative. Looking within will also help you discover the unconscious negative motivations that make you use your escape, your addictions, your food, liquor, whatever, in ways that you do. And you can use this knowledge in turn to make positive change. Today, accept that change is part of life's system and that whenever possible, you will make your own choices. That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. And I'm going to tell you, I really, like I said, you don't have to want to lose weight on this. Some of this is good philosophy in here. Don't fight inevitable change. And then where it says, as you reflect on changes you've experienced, determine which ones added the knowledge you need to march ahead to a healthier, happier. Your inner self instinctively knows when changes are positive and when they are negative. Looking within to help you discover the unconscious negative motivations that make you use food in ways that you do. You can use this knowledge in turn to make positive change. Well, I think that's just saying look for your triggers. You know, especially when you're feeling like a victim. They could have left that whole sentence out because this is just everything else is. Changes come in your life no matter what you do to stop it. The best changes are those you control. Look back at the changes in your life thus far, those forced on you and those you chose. Which ones made you feel more in charge of your own destiny? This is what I'm thinking. For instance, when I got married to my most recent husband, and his health started declining, and his PTSD started increasing, I felt like a victim and like life was changing without my permission. I was angry. I tried to fight it because I felt like I was a victim. And I blamed him because some of the poor choices he made that got him in this position. When I started looking at my situation as a decision to stay every day or leave, like not drinking. I'm not drinking today. I'm not leaving today. Or leave. But to stay and complain, make his life worse, make my life worse, I had to figure out how to get my stress under control. He needs an allergy pill too. Poor thing. when I decided, that decision may have been made by the universe, or it was just chaos theory. But I could make my own decisions and stop being a victim. So we all feel better when whatever we do is by our own choice. It's just, that's humans. So when I decided I am not a victim, I am making a decision to stay one day at a time, sometimes 1 minute at a time. So when things started getting a little better, eventually, years later, I was exhausted. I was wore out because I wasn't used to staying when times got hard. I just wasn't that person. I wasn't used to staying when things were good. Because I was addicted to being abused. If you look up childhood trauma, you'll find out that very few people really understand that you might be getting better and better and better, but very often it's a lifetime of getting better and better and better. And when you've been, excuse me, impressed upon so much abuse, so degrading, so terrorizing, this is just, it's great. They're right. This thing is great. The first few helpings. I'm not gonna buy this one again. This just should not be. This shouldn't be acting like it's empty already. This is the one that I bought that you get like 7 in a package for very inexpensive from Temu. I don't remember, but I shared it with you not long ago. And that must be one for every day of the week or something. One a week for... Yeah, that's too bad. Well, what are you gonna do? It dries up fast. Okay, I have that on. When people feel like they're in charge of their own life and they're used to basically being kept hostage, it can be terrifying. So to have a relationship with someone who's not controlling, who's not abusive, who's not happy with watching you suffer at some level, even if it's, I was going to say, just embarrassing you in public. Yeah, just. Or decide not to call when they're going to be late. Like a decent human being, I didn't know this for a long time, won't make you do that kind of suffering. They just won't. They wouldn't. Why would they? They're going to call you. And if they forget to call, they're going to feel bad. Put all that moisturizer on and now I'm going to put powder on. Does it make sense? No. But I put on so much that my face is like going to slide everything right off. So, oh well. It got moisturized for a little while. Don't big deal it. I'm just going to have a dry, crackly face. That's just the way it is. So if I'm not saying to stay in an abusive relationship, I would never, never, never say that. What I am saying is you get to decide in how abusive of a relationship you're going to be in, how much you're going to gamble that things might get better someday, or gamble that you'll be able to learn how to handle the stress, how to navigate through that life without destroying yourself, and the possibility being so high that they could pass away any day. Is it worth leaving before they pass away? And what would happen if they passed away a day after you left or 2 days after you left? Would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with them passing away by themselves? That's up to you individually. I don't. It's none of my business. I couldn't, because at the time I was working so much on my spiritual condition that I made a decision I could live with, especially because I come from the motto, and this is where it gets really twisted up too. Leave no man behind. Band of brothers. That's the level of commitment I was taught. You know, the honor among thieves kind of thing. Go down with the ship. Yeah. There is no... But if someone was nice, well, I'll tell you what. It scared me. It was boring. And to me, if they were nice, they were just instant brothers. If they were a little ornery with me, right? So working through making decisions that are going to be smarter, it took me a long time. You know, there are a whole bunch of people out there, and I work with them, that absolutely know what I'm talking about. Now, you don't have to have been that abused, that terrified, to use some of these tools. To help get through life. You can actually use them to get through a decision at work that has to do with firing someone or changing direction with a certain plan. It's just things that are like not so Hi.
Did you miss your session?
Oh no, it turned into a texting session. Thanks for asking. It is getting pretty late though, so I'm gonna have to go. I get ready a lot quicker when I'm not trying to have a conversation. But I wanted to touch base with that reading and let you know, when you hear a bit of advice or a bit of wisdom, you don't have to make a big deal out of it. As far as like, oh, well, that doesn't exactly fit mine. It doesn't have to. Oh, when I was young, I was so stubborn. Like, people trying to talk me into settling down, falling in love with a nice guy. And I just couldn't. I didn't know how. I did not know how. Just didn't. So, at some point then, you'd figure out how to deal with where you're at and how to make the best of it. For me, it's turning out okay because over time, things are getting better. Thank God. The deep, crazy stuff is gone. Has my health suffered? Yes. Have I drank again? No. Have I gotten obese again? No. Have I put myself in debt? Shopping? No. But switching addictions is a serious, expensive formula that I had to learn over a long period of time. Is information out of books like this are what can help. I remember when I first started in recovery, I was reading these books all day long. I had them in my purse. I had one in my car. It was like wherever I felt like I might get stuck. Especially if I couldn't make it to a meeting. And because I couldn't trust myself to not get too lonely and then do something because I was lonely, I was reading. We didn't have the computers back then. I certainly didn't. It was hard paper. Reading. I would read, the book of Alcoholics Anonymous. It's a really good read, actually, for people who aren't even alcoholic. Most people are addicted to something. And when I mean most people, I mean most people. Like, I'm addicted to my routine. I'm addicted to putting my foot on. Addicted means, I wish they wouldn't even use a word. It was just so overused. You can say habitual. But when we're habitual about something, we don't usually get pissy about not getting our way. Like, I have certain things that are habits. But if you ask me to stop doing them, I can stop doing them. But when something is actually routed in the brain and has become addictive, I'm going to put one layer on and then put another layer on. Then you get pissy about it when somebody says, oh, and right about the 4th day, definitely about the 9th or 10th day, and rarely people can keep it up for 2 weeks, left to their own devices. For instance, you want an experiment? Try this. And I think I've mentioned it to you before. Try notice which socks you put on first in the morning. And then the next day, not just your socks, it has to be like your pants, which you put your pants on first, then you put your socks on, then you put your shoes on. Which leg do you just naturally put on first? Take it easy. Don't judge. Don't make it harder than it is. Just notice. And then make a commitment that for the next 2 weeks, you're going to put them on the opposite. Try it. I have clients over and over say, well, I did it for 2 or 3 days, and then I just thought, well, this is just stupid. Why are you asking me to do something so stupid? Right? Well, that's why people say, why are you asking me to quit drinking? It's the best thing I have in my life. Or quit eating cherry pie. Whatever it is. There's a big difference between habitual and addicted. And that's it. So do the experiment, see what you think, and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. All right. Have a great day. Bye for now.